Show and tell. Hi, how are you? So today I would like to show you 3 things and tell you about them, because that's what show and tell is. And I hope you like these 3 things. So I think in some of my other videos you've seen on YouTube and on Instagram, I have a DVD collection. And my most favorite thing in my DVD collection is my James Bond collection. It is every single James Bond movie on Blu-ray. It was made to celebrate the 50th anniversary of James Bond. It's when Skyfall came out in 2012, I think? 2015? Something like that. Anyway, so this is my most prized possession as far as DVDs and Blu-rays go, because it is every single James Bond movie ever made. And the thing about this is, as I've said before, I love DVD commentaries, director commentaries, audio commentaries. I love all the behind the scenes footage and gag reels and every bit of extras you can give me about a movie. And this has everything. Every single DVD or every single Blu-ray disc has just a plethora of extras, of behind-the-scenes footage, of audio commentaries. I think The Spy Who Loved Me has like 3 different audio commentary tracks from Roger Moore and the director, and then the crew has an audio track. And every single DVD has a documentary of some kind or behind-the-scenes footage, and it shows the advertisement footage, and just like this is... I love this so much, and I've had this for, over 5 years, and I still have not been able to look through every single bit of extra footage that is on these things, and I love this thing. I mean, there's Christopher Walken, Mr. Bond. The first Bond movie I ever saw was Skyfall. No. A View to a Kill, 1985, the first Bond movie I saw was View to a Kill. It's the one where Grace Jones jumps off the Eiffel Tower. And then they go to San Francisco, and they fly over San Francisco in a blimp, and man, and there's a lot of great James Bond theme songs, but because of that movie, my favorite is Duran Duran's A View to a Kill. I love these so much. And what I love about the Bond movies is I love the action sequences the most. I mean, these were, until Mission Impossible movies, these were the top of the line as far as action sequences. I mean, the car chases, jumping off of the Eiffel Tower, jumping out of planes, cars going underwater, ejection seats, skiing off a cliff, and hoping the parachute opens. I mean, the stunt work in these movies is fantastic, and I think that's what I watch over and over again, is these stunt sequences. Anyway, I absolutely love this. If you have someone in your life who loves James Bond movies, man, the Blu-ray set, and buy a Blu-ray player if you don't have one, because this is just one of my favorite things of all time. Anyway, the next thing I wanted to show you is phone books. I thought they didn't make these anymore, but I guess you can order them. But these phone books, this one is from 2011, and these are the Portland phone books, and this is the residential phone book. If your phone number is public, it's in here. This is from 2009, and they used to dump these phone books on everyone's doorstep in the 80s, 90s, and before that. And then, I guess in 2010 is when they started to not do that anymore. But I still have these phone books, and I'm keeping them because they're just nostalgia. They're a part of history because, and now when you get a phone book, I guess you can order them. I didn't think, but I looked up online, and I guess you can order phone books. And I don't know how big they are, because they used to be, the yellow pages, this is the yellow pages here. They used to be this thick, man. Every business in town had a listing in the yellow pages. And they have, by category and then by business name. And geez, the amount of work it takes to make these, I can't imagine. But I don't know if you can get these anymore. I guess you can order them. Anyway, I just feel like it's a nostalgia piece. So I'm just hanging on to the phone books in case anyone says, they still make phone books? What are phone books? And so I'm just kind of hanging on to these. Anyway, I just wanted to show you those. And the third thing I wanted to show you is this. Star Wars on 8mm film. So I saw Star Wars in 1977, and I saw it with my family, and I was 6 years old, and we walked into the movie theater, and we were late. So we sat down in our seats, and the first thing I saw was when the droids, were on the desert planet, and they were being picked up by the Jawas. So that's how the movie started for me. I missed the whole ship going over your head thing and all that Princess Leia getting captured sequence. So I ended up seeing that later, but that was my first experience with Star Wars, and I was still wowed. Anyway, so in 1977, and then I think this came out in 1978 or a little bit afterward, and it's made by Ken Films, and this is Star Wars on 8mm film. Now, it's not the whole entire movie. It is, geez, as I break it in front of you. Anyway, I had this wrapped so nicely. I'll put it back and I won't touch it. Anyway, this is just a few scenes from Star Wars. And you can actually see this on YouTube if you go and you type Star Wars Super 8 or Star Wars 8mm. And it's the scenes, it's in black and white, and it's got some kind of subtitles, but it's got like narrative subtitles that telling you what's going on. So it starts with Obi-Wan in his house giving Luke the lightsaber for the first time, and then it cuts to Han and Leia and Chewie and Luke shooting their way to get back onto the Millennium Falcon when they're on the Death Star. And then once they get on the Millennium Falcon, it shows the Falcon leaving the Death Star, and then they have the shootout with the TIE fighters as they escape. And then that's all the footage. So it's just those 3 scenes, and it's in black and white. But, this is before VHS tapes and before beta. So we didn't have anything. And the only way you could see Star Wars is going to the movie theater, unless you had this. And then later Star Wars came out on video cassette and you could get it. But between that and seeing the film in the theaters, this is all I had. And we would set up the projector and we'd play it. And there's no sound. It's just a few scenes from Star Wars. And I would watch this over and over again. It was just so cool. And you can actually get these on eBay, I think for about $50. And anyway, this is Super 8, and I guess Ken Films made a whole bunch of these. Anyway, I didn't do the research on this, but anyway, this is one of my prized possessions also. And it's only $50 on eBay, and everything that I thought of Star Wars that I kept as a souvenir that I thought would be, oh man, I'm gonna hang on to this, and I'm gonna sell this for so much money later. And everything I kept of Star Wars memorabilia isn't worth really anything. I have all these Taco Bell souvenirs still in the packages. They're not worth anything. I got them for 99 cents back in the late 90s. They're not worth anything. So every time I've tried to invest in anything, it's always gone the other direction. So I'm terrible at picking what's going to be popular and successful. And anyway, that's just my lot in life. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. I showed you James Bond and the phone books and Star Wars Super 8mm. Anyway, this is show and tell, and hopefully I'll have other show and tell stuff for you later, and I hope you enjoyed this. And if you have any comments about it, I would love to read your comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week. As I break the film right in front of you. What is wrong with me?